here, and welcome back to the finale of seXbox. You know, when it comes to media, whether it be film or music or even video games, controversy can either make or break you. And in the case of first-time developer Top Heavy Studios, controversy kicked their ass into oblivion. But I'm getting ahead of myself here, so let's start at the beginning and take a look at their infamous claim to fame, The Guy Game. To see if, well, you know, that.
The Guy Game is a party game done in the style of a trivia game show. First, you choose an episode and a cheerleader. Then, if you're playing a multiplayer game, you choose a card to see who is the president and who's the asshole, or rule maker and the one who gets tortured, respectively. When you begin the game, you get to meet the hotties, the girls who are asked the questions. In the first round, or foreplay round, you're asked 6 questions to win cash towards your overall score.
Okay, gamblers, on a standard deck of playing cards, which suit's king has no mustache?
Let's check in now with our first contestants, Melissa and Amber.
Then, as a bonus, you guess to see if the hottie gets it right or not. If your guess is right, a bar called the flashometer fills up a bit. In fact, this meter is pretty much the reason to win the game, as it determines how much of the girls you get to see. You start off at level 1, or soft and squishy, where the boobs are covered by the Guy Game logo. Level 2, or sorta chubby, has them pixelated. And finally, level 3, or super stiff, where it's completely uncensored. Get to level 3 before the end of the episode, and you'll unlock the ability to replay the episode with no censorship at all. Now that that's out of the way, back to the rounds. During the trivia portions, you can pick up bonus power-ups by pressing a button on the D-pad when you see them on the right of the screen. These mostly just give you bonus cash. You also have power-ups that you can activate before the questions called ass savers that, well, save your ass, like immunity or double your score. Round 2 is a set of 3 minigames called the Balls Games.
Edgy, ooh.
Here, you play one of 3 minigames to earn more cash towards your final score. The goal here is to collect smaller balls while pushing your opponents off the stage, similar to the Monkey Fight minigame in Super Monkey Ball. Like a game of soccer, the goal is to fire the ball into an opposing player's goal while protecting yours at the same time. Pretty much like skee-ball, your goal is to throw your ball into the moving targets to get a high score. If you really don't want to play these during the main game, you can turn them off, or if you just want to play these minigames, you can do so at the main menu. In round 3, the Titwits round, you answer questions just like before, but the difference here is that the hotties got all the questions wrong and you have to guess which wrong answer they gave.
Question. Who is the anchor for the CBS Evening News?
Looks like Kelly's gonna blow it again. All right, Kelly, here we go. The question is, what man is the anchor for the CBS Evening News?
Tom Brokaw.
Tom Brokaw is incorrect. The correct answer is Dan Rather for the CBS Evening News. Are you ready, Kelly? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. He replaced Walter Cronkite in 1981.
Then we come to the final round, the Hottie Challenge. Here, the girls compete in a various challenge, and you bet on which girl will win. The player with the most cash at the end is the winner, and is treated with a video of their cheerleader performing a dance. Early on, I mentioned the whole president asshole thing in the game. Well, what it means in a multiplayer game is that as president, you can choose rules for the game if you and your friends want to involve booze as well as screwing with them, like blocking a girl flashing, taunting them,
You're the asshole, and you know it.
replacing their cheerleader with a fat guy, or making fart noises.
Oh yes, feelings will definitely be hurt here. Ooh. So the gameplay is decent at best, although the questions aren't random, so you could just write down the answers or look up an FAQ online to cheat and speed the game along, which I totally did not do. Really, I didn't do it.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
No. Maybe a little... Let's just check out the presentation. I'm sure it'll go by pretty fast.
All right, here's the question.
There really isn't much in the way of graphics, save for the menus and mini-games, as most of the game is full motion video, which is there. Same can be said for audio, as you have an announcer, 2 commentators, and a host, who are all hit or miss.
He was paid $15 million for the 2003 movie Paycheck.
Immunity!
In terms of its seXbox rating, the only nudity in the game is just when the girls or cheerleaders go topless, which looks more like a Girls Gone Wild DVD more than anything else.
Native to North America. Let me hear some noise. I'm not going to make her do it unless you make some noise. Come on, noise. 1, 2, 3.
What's more interesting, though, is the controversy surrounding the Guy Game. After its release, a girl in the background of one of the episodes was flashing her boobs, like you do at spring break. Said girl was not informed that her little woo moment was filmed and used to promote the game. It also didn't help that she was 17 at the time either. She not only took Top Heavy to court, but the game's publisher, Sony, and Microsoft as well, resulting in many stores pulling the game and prohibiting sales as well. Although you could still go buy it, so I guess that worked out pretty well, didn't it? So that's the Guy Game. Is it collection worthy? As something to play to just goof around with some friends, it's alright. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Price-wise, you could probably find it for about $15 at most, which, given its infamy, is about right. As for Top Heavy, the lawsuit damaged them so much that they closed up shop right after making the Guy Game, their first and only game, leaving behind a short and tarnished legacy. And with that, we come to the finale of seXbox. I want to thank you all for watching and going on this odd journey with me. It was fun to do an offshoot special, and I'm sure I'm going to do more of these down the road. So, until next time, this is the Dolly Popka saying, if you want to play retro, try going green. I'll see you later. Hello, Dolly Popka here, and welcome to seXbox, a 4-part special where we'll be taking a look at a few games that tried to push the M rating they were given with, using a bigger emphasis on sex than violence, with varying results, and see if they should be part of an they were given with more of an emphasis on okay. Me. Alright, there we go. Hello, Dolly Popka here, and welcome to seXbox, a 4-part special where we'll be taking a look at a few games who, can't on the camera. Get off of that. Mary's take of trying to get laid was lewd, crude, and trashy, and fun as hell. After a long hiatus for the rest of the 90s, a new entry in the series. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Dolly Popka here, and welcome back to part 2 of seXbox. From the late 90s to up about I already started screwing up. Okay. Hello, Dolly Popka here, and welcome back to part 2 of seXbox. From the late 90s up to about a few years ago, the extreme sports style, from skateboarding, surfing, snowboarding, hell, even scooters, but the less said about that one, the better. But out of all of them, the one that seemed to be as popular as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater was BMX. More importantly, But out of all of them, the one that seemed to be as controls are really nice, with the ability to actually move your character around instead of that faux mouse key running his empire. Plus, the controls are pretty good, with the ability to move. No, I'm screwing that up too. Being too slow. Okay. So that's Playboy the Mansion. How's it fare? Not bad at all, really. It's a fun and quirky sim game that doesn't go too far with its M rating. Even if you're a diehard? Controversy can either make or break you. And in the case of top-heavy development... There we go. Getting ahead of myself here. So let's start at the beginning and take a look at their infamous claim to fame. Which I should have had the game ready. Whoopsie! Take 3. Hello, Dolly Popka here, and welcome back to the finale of seXbox. You know, when it comes to Okay. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. So let's take a look at the beginning.